Okay, everyone, welcome to those just joining us. We are going to get started with this class. My name is Josema. I'm Customer Success Manager at Customily, and together with Morena, we'll be hosting this presentation and showing you the basics of the app. You'll be able to ask questions along the way, and we'll be answering them on the chat or at the end of the presentation. If you're joining us for the first time, you'll probably wonder, what is Customily? Okay, well, Customily is an that installs on your e-commerce store and provides your shoppers with live previews of personalizable products. With Customily, your shoppers will be able to interact with options by typing texts, selecting fonts, colors, images, and even locations, as well as uploading their own pictures. Each interaction will show them live how the personalization will look on the finished product, enhancing the shopping experience and increasing your conversion rate. This example of an outdoor sticker for cars has a customized design that you can interact with options to select, for example, how many dogs you want to include in your design. One dog, two dogs, or three dogs. And depending on the number of dogs you select, you will have choices available triggering on and off. If we type in something, you see the live preview is changing as we type and is also going to be changing as we interact with objects and libraries and cliparts as well. You see how the live preview will change and also keep interacting with you, and you can always preview the end result and add to cart. Now, the way this works is that Customily will load a template and an option set in the front end of your store for each product. Within the app, you will have many tools to create these templates and option sets. But that's not all. Apart from the live preview, Customily will take the personalization information from the orders you receive and create a printing file that's ready for you to take to whatever fulfillment machine you use to fulfill your products. So imagine how much time our tool is saving you. If you think back of the way you used to offer personalized products, how you had to collect the shopper's data, create proofs, wait for feedback, make corrections, and much more. All that time and effort has been reduced and automated with Customily's live preview and production files to make your work faster and easier. Now that we know that Customily is a great tool for your online store and that it will help you optimize the shopping experience of your visitors, we can start learning about the app itself. It's important that you approach Customily with some clear concepts about your business. I highly recommend you ask yourself some questions before starting. The first one is about the current status of your store. Will I be creating new products, either for an empty new store or for a new collection in an existing store? Or will I be selling my existing products and turning them customizable? If you're working with existing products, you will use what we call Customily 1.0. With this, you will be creating templates from scratch and then linking them to your existing products all from the app itself. The options that your shoppers will use will be created automatically, so you don't need to worry about having to code anything. This direct way of using Customily is available for all e-commerce platforms that we integrate with, and you can see them on the slide, as well as any custom-coded store. Now, if you will be creating new products, more questions will pop up. Am I doing my own fulfillment? For example, with my own workshop or a local company? Or am I fulfilling with a known print-on-demand supplier? And then, do I have my own designs that will be personalized? Or will I be using pre-made designs from Customily? These two questions will be the entry point to use what we call Customily 2.0. This is our latest update and will allow you to create new listings more easily, faster, and better. This option is only available for Etsy and Shopify stores. So, with Customily 2.0, you will have 4 ways of creating new products. If you're working with a known POD provider, you have 2 options. You can select a product from their catalog and then add an exclusive design that our illustration team has created for you. These are royalty-free designs and cliparts that you can freely use and manage. Or you can select a product from their catalog and use our design studio to create your own designs that can be personalizable. On the other hand, if you're going to fulfill your own on your own, you have 2 similar options. You can automate processes by creating product bases, which are the product mockups of what you want to sell and will act the same way as POD products. And then you can add a custom design to the product base. Or you can create your own custom design in the design studio to use over your product bases. Each time you combine a product base, whether it's from a POD catalog or your own, with a design, either from Customily's collection or your own artwork, a new template is born and linked to a new listing that Customily automatically creates in your store for you. So each time you combine a product base and a design, a new template is created and a new product is created as well. In the case of POD products, the listing will be connected to the POD using an API key. So each time there's a purchase, Customily can automatically send the print file for fulfillment, and that's more time saving for you. Okay, so let's dive into the app and see how does it work. When you access Customily for the first time, pay attention and complete the onboarding you will get, as it will help you answer many of the questions stated before. Then, you can see the different sections of the app, and based on your answers, you can easily navigate through them. Here we are in the Start section. This is the 2.0 main interface, where you can create new products, either using POD suppliers or your own product bases. You also have a quick view of your design collection and your product base collection. If you check the left menu, you will see that these 2 collections have their own sections also. In the templates section, you'll be able to create new templates and also see all the templates created automatically with the 2.0 tools. This is the core section of the app, and you can rename, clone, delete, and edit any template. In the libraries section, you'll be able to upload your personal assets and organize them for quick access and use. You can create colors, fonts, vectors, and image libraries. This is very important to remember because Customily is an asset manager, not an asset creator. Your images, designs, fonts, etc. will be created or purchased outside of the app. For example, you can create images in Canva, download them in JPG or PNG files, and then organize them in Customily's libraries. So you can later use this in templates and designs. The store section is where you can see all your store products and check out which ones are linked to Customily, and you will see the templates and option sets linked, as well as you can manage them by linking others or unlinking others as well. Also, you have many settings that will personalize the shopping experience of your customers on the front end. The orders section is a new feature and for now is only available for Shopify stores. Here, you will get a register of all orders made using Customily with backup information about the personalization data selected, the preview, and the print file. Nevertheless, on each e-commerce platform, Every order that is made using Customily personalization will be saved in the order line item properties inside each e-commerce. So you always have the order and the personalization information available for you. So now that we have a more clear idea of how to navigate over the app, let's see if we have some questions so far. And if not, we're going to get started and create a product together. Okay, let's start off with the products. Today, we are going to create this sticker for outdoors. And if you check out, this product comes from this POD Printify. So I know I'm going to be fulfilling with Printify. I will need a Printify account, and I can integrate that account using Customily. For that, you can see here when you create a new product that Printify shows up. But if you want an automatic fulfillment, like it says here, this automatic fulfillment indicators means that these PODs have API keys. You can retrieve those API keys from your accounts and put them in Customily. How can we do that? We go to Settings here at the top middle. And on the Settings section, you go to the Integrations tab here. Right now here, you may start off with this blank. I already have Printify and Printful, but if I were to pick a new print on demand to integrate, I just click on the drop-down menu, find the print on demand provider we want to integrate. For example, I want to be using Printify, but I'm going to just click on Custom Cut so I don't repeat. I pick the print on demand provider, I click on Enable Integration, and that POD will show up on my list. What I need to do now is paste the API key so the key is validated. If we don't know where to find this API key, you can click on this link that will open a Help Center article, and we have detailed and graphic instructions as to where to find one of the API keys that we integrate with so far. Once you have the key, come to Customily, paste it, get it validated right away, and click Save Settings. It's going to turn green, and that's it. You're now fully integrated to Printify, Printful, or any other print-on-demand providers. You can go back to the Start section, and you can start creating new products. So when I come to, for example, Printify, and I said I wanted to look for a sticker. You see, there's a lot of products, and we can browse through different pages to see what we have integrated so far. If you want a specific product, you can request for that product, and we can see if it supports API so we can integrate. But we keep adding more according to the demand and to the trendings. So it's very important to keep an eye on this catalog. If I type sticker, I will find this transparent outdoor stickers die cut one piece. When I click on the product, I can see that we have some variants available. This in case we have size available also, so we can offer multiple sizes. In this case, I am going to just stick with the 10 by 10, or maybe 12 by 12 centimeters. In this case, it's like that. So 5, 10, yeah. I'm going to stick with this. So I pick one variant, and then I click Next, and now I can pick a design. I have already picked the product information, and I'm ready to pick a design. If I want to go with Customily designs, I click in this collection here, and I can see over 260 designs available, theme-related, character-related, even product-related. There's a lot of themes and seasons and occasions. So you can play around and check out these categories to see all the available ideas we have. But you can always create a new design. We're going to do that. We're going to actually create a design for which we need to put up our dog information. You see, this design was designed by Customily. It has the warning title and the code, and it has like a tier of the an effect like that, and you can put the dog. But what if we have these dogs and we want to use them in Customily for another design? So for that, you can go to, let's navigate out of here and go to the libraries. In the libraries, here you see we have color libraries, fonts, vectors, and images. Now, because images are the most common ones, and usually the one that take up most of the of file quantities, we have this bulk upload zip file beta version tool that what you can do is prepare your assets on your computer and then just upload everything together. So I'm going to show you that right now. These are all my assets and they're all mixed up. Let me know if you can see my folder. Thank you. Okay, so I have all my dogs ready to go, but I have too many dogs. Basically, I have 95 dogs. I don't want to show 95 right away for the customer. I want to categorize them because that way I can show around 25 per category. And the way I can categorize this is anything I want, but I could actually start with one category would be A, B, then breeds from A to B, breeds from C to F, and so on and so on. This could be my future swatches, but in any case, I can split these 95 dogs into categories. So if I were to upload my artwork to Customily and I want to prepare a zip file, the way to go is to reason how this information will be organized on my computer first. So I know I'm going to create a new folder. I know I want to create a library called the black and white dogs. That's my library. That's what I'm going to be using on my design. Now, I'm going to grab all my dogs and I'm going to just put them in this folder. But if I upload this to Customily, it's going to show everything together, the 95 dogs all together. I want to organize them in 4 different categories. Why? Because when I go to Customily, I can see that if I create a new library, right, I can create this library, you will see that I can start adding images one by one, or I can add categories, and inside each category, upload the images all together. The categories will help us reduce the information available on the screen at the beginning. For example, right now, if I was playing around with this, these are 4 categories, and instead of seeing 95 dogs, I get to see 25 each time. So it's easier for our customers to have bigger swatches and to see the information better and not get overwhelmed. So, and they will go straight to the information they want and straight to the breed they want. So for that to happen, we create a library, which is all this, and then we split into 4 categories. Let's try to split now in the folder here. Let's create 4 new folders, right? The first one will be AB. The second will be, CFGB. Second folder, CF. Third folder will be GP. And the last one will be RY. Right, so now, if I know this, I'm going to just wing it. But if you know exactly which breeds will go into each one of these folders, you are ready to actually organize them. So I'm going for 25 items here, 25 items here, and 25 this, like that. Remember, you will be more detailed on the way you organize your assets. Probably you will have them already organized by name, and you can quickly pick one of them. I have them all renamed like this right now, but if you take the time to organize everything like this, you will end up with something like this. Let me just see if I can expand this. Like that. Let me find the, this is on the desktop, so it's not showing that. But basically we have this. We have a black and white dogs library with 4 categories. Each category will have Each folder will have different dogs. This is the way I'm going to structure my library. Basically, my black and white dog library is going to be uploaded to Customily with 4 categories. If I also want to create another library, let's show you another library. For example, I'm going to create another folder that is the just so you know how it works, is the uh, thumbnail letters, like that. Thumbnail letters, and I'm going to put this 4 in here. So now, as you can see, I have these 2 folders, and if I zip them together, I can bulk upload them to Customily, saving me a lot of time in the creation process. I can just grab these 2 together and click there to compress to a zip file like that. Yeah, and just going to call this new libraries. Inside this zip file, I have 2 libraries. One is simple, and the other has categories. So far, so good? Great. And what I'm going to do now is just go to Customily, and well, I'm going to navigate out of this library I created by demonstration. Just delete this library so I don't have a lot of stuff. And then I'm going to click on bulk upload zip file, and I'm going to upload my new library's zip file. When I click open, Customily will do all the processing, and it's saving me a lot of time in doing this manually by clicking on the edit, is clicking on the upload image and stuff like that so far. It's creating the libraries as well as also creating the it's unpacking and then creating the library. It's a very fast process, and you see, gave 17% and then just went off. And now I have 2 new libraries. You see, I have these black and white dogs and these thumbnail letters. So if I click edit in these thumbnail letters, I will have my 4 images. Why do I know it's images? Basically because I can keep adding more images if I want to. And I cannot add categories because I have single images. On the other hand, if I check the one called black and white dogs, I can edit this and see I have the chance to create categories instead of images because I have 4 categories. Remember, we had this, these are default thumbnails, but if I click here, I can change my thumbnail and find my example. Yeah, like that. Let's do the same and do the same in here. And the final one like that. It's always nice to be prepared with these assets, these small thumbnails, because it's going to save you time. And you always need to think about the best way to present information to your customers. So inside each one of these categories, I have my dogs ready to go. All set and done, I can just go to my designs, or I can go to the start and I can create a new design for this. Let's create a new design. Now we are in the, let's call this the dogs sticker, car sticker, so like that. This is the name of our new design, and this is the design studio. In here, we can put together a lot of tools to create our customization and our designs for customers to personalize. By default, you start with a square canvas that you can always resize. I recommend you resize this to the proportion of the end product. Square designs will be a great fit to most acrylics, t-shirts, and other apparel. But when it comes to landscape canvas, mugs, or portrait products, those sort of extreme proportions will have this square design fit into the print area, but it will leave some empty space around. So if you resize your canvas, you will make sure that at least you are working with the right proportion guidance to get started. In any case, whatever design you create here, it will fit to the real dimensions of the print file later. So if you remember, my idea is to create a 5 by 5 inches sticker. But here I have 1 by 1 meter in the size of the canvas. It doesn't matter because Customily will compress and adjust the design to the real print area. But we are starting off working something big, so we work comfortably. What tools do we have available? We have text boxes that your customers will be able to input any text. You can offer font choices, color choices, anything you want in this, and control the size also. Image and vector placeholders are objects that will allow your customers to upload their own information, upload their own images, their own EPS, PDF, SVGs, and move them around to position them anywhere they want. But this is a placeholder for a customer content. We have street maps and star maps that are also available for customers to put up their own locations and customize a really nice map design. And then we have dynamic elements. Dynamic images and dynamic vectors are objects that will hold one or more images. That's why they have 4 icons on the button. So you know this is meant for you to have up a lot of images. Each image will have one position, so you can shuffle through all the images by using this indicator. Now I can click here and upload all my dogs, but if I have a library, I can just come to Pick Library and search for, or go to the last page, go to black and white, right? Make here black and white dogs is the last one. So I'm going to select this. Once I select this, I get to see the first dog, yeah, and then I get to see the second dog, the third dog, and remember we have 95 dogs, so if I type 95, I will see the last one, and same goes with 94 and with 44, and so on, so on. You can preview any dog here, and you can arrange this any way you want. So I'm going to just put this as big as I can, just to begin with. So I click on the Fit to Canvas button here, and that's a very big dog. But I don't want this to be that big. I want this to be a bit smaller, so I'm just going to reduce this slightly, like this, or maybe like this, and align this to the middle. And then I want to customize this by having a text box that will be positioned somewhere in here. And or maybe I can fit to canvas. It's going to be really big, but it doesn't matter because I can just squeeze it all the way here. This is the name of the dog. Yeah, this is pretty much what I want to do with my customization today. Of course, I'm going to pick a font, and I can select from my collection that I have inside Customily. You can build this collection by uploading fonts. But if you will start always with just Arial, so if you want to add new fonts, just click on this plus button, find the font you want to add, and it will add up to your collection. Then you need to find it here and select that. It's going to be saved in the first position like that. If this is too small, it's probably because you need to manage the sizes. You have a minimum size and a maximum size. Right now, the maximum size, the current size is 50. So if we start tampering on the maximum size, like something really big, like 300, 500, you will see that actually 500 is not available, but 425 is the top size. So that's our top size. If I start typing, you will see that I will reach the end of the box and I will start to shrink, so I can keep fitting more characters. The problem is, how small do I want to go? If this is too small, which is right now 189. Perhaps I need to just control how many characters I want to fit in a way that it will not be that long of a name or not small of a text. So if I want to fit pretty much this, let me try with some couple of big characters, right? So let's say I want to fit this. This is 341 current size, so that could be my minimum size. Because if I click and hold on this eye icon, I will preview 15 minimum size, and that's 15. That's too small. I could keep typing until I reach that size. Imagine that. I'm going to change this to 340. Right now, so if I keep typing, I will not be adding any more characters because I reach my minimum size. It's the best way to control how customers will interact with the customization. This could be our design, right? Nothing else we need to do. But what if we want to do something else? What if we want to add, for example, more dogs, a dog choice? Remember, here we have how many dogs? 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. So if I want to add more dogs, I can actually do that by coming here and coming to layers and add a new dynamic image, which is going to be the same library with the dogs. But in this case, I want this to be for 2 dogs. So let me just align to the side and to the top and make it like that. So we have 2 dogs like this. And obviously I need to copy with Control C. Control C or Command C will copy. And Control V will paste. Right? So now I have 2 dogs. Maybe I can make it a bit smaller like that. And okay, so I want 1 dog to be to the side and the other one to be to the other side like that. And I want them to be aligned together. And those are my 2 dogs, right? And I'm going to just maybe position them here so they are both aligned. Let me see if I can make them slightly bigger. No, that's as much as it can go. Oh, wait. Okay. This one and this one. Yeah, I got a bit confused with this. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, let's move this down here and also try to align to the middle of the canvas. Yeah, these are my 2 dogs. So I can call this, okay, so this is the 1 dog name. It's very important to rename this so you don't get lost in the many options. And this is the 1 dog breed. Okay, maybe we can, yeah. And this is going to be the first 2 dog breed. Probably not going to be the best renaming. And this is the second 2 dog breed. Yeah. Of course, we need to put the names also, but the names could be the same. Actually, we can actually leave this to be dog or dog's name. Yeah. And you're free to type whatever you want here. So I have 1 dog here, I have 2 dogs here, and I can keep adding dogs if I want. Now, how will I organize this later when I need to make the choices? Let's, the way to do is like this. This 1 dog is going to be 1 group, and it's going to be triggered by this drop down that Customily can create automatically if you create what we call layouts. When you create a layout, you basically isolate this object to be 1 possible design of the many designs available in this particular artwork. So this layout will be 1 dog. Then I can grab these 2 together with the Control or Command key. And why are they not properly aligned? Because they are aligned, need to be aligned between those. Yeah, that's what I want. And scroll this line like that, like that. Breathe. So I grab these two together and I create a new layout that will be only these two. You see how the first dog disappeared because I can now swap between designs or between layouts, and once will show and once will hide. So this will be called two dogs. And finally, we can do the same with free dogs. For that, maybe I can pick this one and hide it so I don't get confused and create my new dynamic images for the free dogs. Again, I can pick from my library so I can save time picking my dog. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Oh, Control V to paste the new dog, Control V to paste the other dog, like that. So free dogs. 2, 5, yeah, like that. So we have free dogs, and it seems I can make them slightly bigger, even if they kind of collide between each other. It's okay, yeah. That's good, great. So this one here, this one aligns here, and the middle one will actually be on the middle, yeah, like that. And this will all be aligned together like that. We can trigger the one dog just to see the position of these guys here. Yeah, I need to put this down and center again. I'm trying to keep in mind that I want my boxes to be still square so I don't lose my proportions at any point. And this will be first free dog breathe, second free dog breathe, third free dog breathe. Okay, and this free need to be on a layout also. This will be free dogs. Now I can compress this and I will have 3 dogs, 2 dogs, 1 dog, just like that. They are aligned on the paws and everything is looking nice, and the names will always be 1. And this could be my design ready to go. I could even pick everything together just to see that the envelope is still a square envelope without any surprises, because Customily will not care about the canvas. It will care about the blue box that you have here. That's what's going to go straight into the product. Right now, this is ready to go. Don't worry about seeing everything together. It's the way it works. But I can save the design as it is. I have created free layouts, so I can pick 1, 2, or 3 dogs. And depending on my choices, I will preview 1, 2, and 3 dogs, just like that. So I'm ready to save my design. And when I save my design, Customily automatically creates the options. What are the options? Well, the options are this: the drop down for picking the dogs, the dog names, and the different categories and swatches. Everything is created automatically using Customily, based on the options you have and the items you have here. But what I can do now is go to create new product and do exactly what I wanted to do in the first place. Find my Printify POD supplier, find my product, select my product, select the variant I want to use, or many. If you pick all of these, Customily will create a product with these variants, and each sticker will print in the exact size indicated. So you don't have to worry about having to create multiple, not being able to offer multiple sizes. Customily will allow for that. Just select whatever variant you want from the availables for this product. Once you are ready, you can click next. And instead of picking Customily designs, we will pick from our designs. You're going to find on the last page, or you can always search for the dog car sticker. When I click here, it's like clicking on a Customily design. It's going to start working automatically. Right now, so the process has begun. First step is creating a new listing on Shopify or Etsy, depending on your store and account. Once created, that listing is going to connect to Printify over API. No product will be created on Printify or any POD, just the connection. So each time there's a new order, it goes straight to special orders, and there's no need for a product creation. After that, you see the spinning here is the new template. Customily has combined the design I created and the product I selected and put them together in a template. The template is always what loads on the front end, and the options are also here available. So right now I have my 5x5 variant, the shape, the surface, and these are my choices. An option will be one dog, and that shows up one dog. You see, all the options have been created automatically. And I can type something like that. If I go to change to two dogs, I actually get to see two dogs, and I get to see the options for two dogs. I can change one dog, the other dog, and again, I can just come here, Charlie and Mike. You see how they live change whenever you do that. And that's how you put together this product. There's a couple of tricks and details that Customily can help you to make this look even more amazing. But right now, everything seems to be working perfectly well based on our original library and our original design. Let's keep it just to one dog right now, just so we can create an image. Like that. Yeah, and I like this image, this photo to be my new listing image, so I'm going to click here. That's going to save a new listing photo ready to go. This is a great opportunity to do some quick adjustments to your product, but you can always go to the back end of your store and change the name, change the tags, the collections, the price, everything. But if you want to quickly do some things, you can click on Edit Product Details and change these to dog car stickers die cut, price 5, I don't know, and save. So this would update on your Shopify product or Etsy product. One thing you can do also is rearrange some of the options here and change this layout because it's not nice. I can click on Edit Options, and I can quickly rearrange some stuff. If I click on Preview Options here, I can see what's going on right now in my front end. In fact, what I can do is I can click here to locate the dog name. You see it's number 7, and I can just drag it up to be the first choice. So first I want to type the names, and then I want to pick the layout. And the layout here is going to say select number of dogs. Yeah. And also, I noticed that now it's changed to select number of dogs. Now I notice that I have 3, 2, and 1, and I actually want 1, 2, and 3. So I can rearrange that, and it's going to look exactly like that. The rest is all working out perfectly, right? Because I pick one dog, I get one dog breed. Yeah. 2 dogs is the same. 3 dogs is the same. So 1 second, first, and third. Okay. Apparently, we have a slightly difference in orders. So maybe I can find this one. This is the first 3 dog breed. Maybe I need to drag this all the way up to make sure the orders are correct. But you can do this anytime you want and just scroll all the way down and click Save Option Set. As you can see, you have full control of your customizations and the way options show up for your customers. If we are happy with this, we are going to click Publish and see this on our store live. Just like that. And you see this is working perfectly well. One dog. And this will show like this. 2 dogs, 3 dogs, nothing more. Now, you notice this is pretty flat compared to the angle of the picture. There's a trick to improve that. We need to check the back end of Customily and realize that we are back on the start section, and we can check our product section or the store. It's the same. If you click store, you will go to the store section and you will find the products. In the product section, you can see all products linked to Customily or also not linked, everything together. Let me find the dog car stickers die-cut one piece. This is the new product we just created. If I click here, I will be able to see which options are being loaded and which template is being loaded. And one great thing I told you about templates is you can find this template and you can edit the template. Rename it, clone it, delete, or whatever. I'm going to click on edit because I want to see what Customily did for me. What Customily did is put all my design elements into a 127 by 27 millimeter print area, basically 5 by 5 inches. Remember, this was 1 meter big. Now has been reduced and working out perfectly. That's the print part, the step 1, the production file settings. If I click next, I can see the second part, which is the preview. And it has this standard image of a car, but guess what? You can upload a new image. If you have a better image of a car, you can upload that and change that. This is the default Printify image, but you're free to change this any way you want because it's only for preview purposes. Also, what you can do is you can apply what we call a skew effect. So I can go to the dog name and I can click on transform or skewing horizontal, which is going to give you something like this, or vertical, something like this. Right? This is the idea we are going to be using. This is the effect we want for this particular preview, but it's just for the preview. And then I just pick the dogs and I do the same. I pretty much come up with a nice skew element. Obviously, this will have to actually just shuffle like this and like this, yeah? And we can do the same with the one dog, like that. Transform, skew, yep. And the 2 dogs as well. Pick 1 dog, skew, pick 2 dog, skew. Probably going to put this like that. Even if I skew or move around or arrange the elements, it will not change the print. Why? Because this is the preview. And you can see what I'm talking about when, let me check free. Yeah. You can see what I'm talking about when I click next and I see the final revision before we save. They are all together, don't worry. But the thing is, they are printing flat because that's what we need. And they are previewing skewed because that's the effect we want to create. When a customer will pick something, you see how the preview changes and the print changes as well. That's because that's the way Customily works. It connects the preview and the print, so whatever information your customer will input, it will reflect directly on the end result. Just we are previewing this with a nice effect, texture, or some overlay effect to create a specific idea of realistic view, but we are printing exactly what we need. And that's the concept behind Customily. I'm going to save this, and I don't need to reconnect anything because I just saved the main template. I can just go back to templates and refresh this. So I will not see the picture change. The picture is something you need to rebuild, but I can type this and see things skewed exactly like they should be seen. And well, that's our product for today. And I want to check some questions before we go. Does Customily provide the Clipart arts and fonts? Whenever you create a new product using 2.0, you get access to the design assets. Basically, everything gets stored in your library. So, for example, if I were to create some people with dogs and cats and everything, I will find, for example, this. Let me show you some previous libraries. You see this man Christmas sweater. This library has the sweaters of the man, and I can edit to see what it looks like. Yeah, because I once created a, let me just, because one day I created a design from Customily that has these sweaters. I have them now in my library collection, and they are available for me to use any way I want on any design that I want. Let me see, for example, the woman body, like this. This is a woman body, and I can just to preview this to see how it looks. These are our graphics, and you can use this to put together your own characters, your own designs, everything. All you need to do is at least create one product using our, let me just quickly pick. Oh, well, all you need to do is just pick one of these, and all the assets that involve this design, including the fonts, including the backgrounds, and every single piece of chart, save it on your account for later use. Can you tell us if I'm creating my designs in Canva, how that does work for adding an image and words? For example, just like the dog image and their names, how do I add their names in Canva? Um, well, basically, if you're not going to be using these assets and you want to create your own background, your own characters, you create them on Canva, for example, and you save them as PNGs. When you save them as PNGs, you can input them in Customily the way we did with the dogs. You can upload them to libraries, or you can single-handedly upload them to any dynamic image. For example, in the My Designs, we have this a couple of designs we created on Canva and drop this. For example, the one we did the other day, this one was created on Canva. What we did is we created the star, the letters, and the leaves, and the bell, and the ribbon. And in Customily, you see this background design isn't. It's just a vector select, vector upload. Sorry, a dynamic vector, or can be a dynamic image, depending on if you have PNGs or anything. All we had to do is upload this as a background and then add a couple of customized items in Customily. Should I use 2.0 even though I would still like to customize existing products? Well, if you have existing products, if and you use 2.0, the thing is, each time you use 2.0, you will create a new listing. So our recommendation, when you have existing products that you wish to simply link to Customily, is that you come to the template section and you create a new template. And then once you create a template in the store section, you can just link a product, find any product that is not already linked, and like these school labels, and you just pick a template and pick the options, or create the options automatically and save it. So now this simple listing will become something linked to Customly. When you have your own products, I recommend using 1.0 because it's going to give you more control of what you're creating and customizing and printing. What's the difference between my product base and the library? I was thinking they were the same. No, a product base is basically what you need as support for any product and design. Basically, let me open this pillow, for example. A product base has very simple information, has a print area with a specific print size that is exactly what your product needs. And then that's the first part. And the second part is that print area placed on top of a product image and sometimes affected by a mask to provide a better quality if you want, right? The mask is this transparent file. This is a product base. What will happen is that when you pick this product base and you pick a design, Customily will put the design on the print area and make sure that your design will show up in here for printing and in here for previewing. So when a design goes inside here and inside here, that becomes a template. Your product base will still be saved for later use with another design, but it will be always your pillow. Your basic white pillow will be there, and you can pick any design, and each time you combine with a design, a new product is created, like pillow product with Christmas design, pillow product with Halloween design, and so on, so on. Your libraries basically hold the information for your designs, where you have your backgrounds, your cliparts, and your fonts and your colors. You use those things to create the design, and later that design will go into your product base. Another question. So we would create a mockup that shows the dogs' names for the customer to view on our listing, but in Customily it will not show the names, correct? Well, the mockup for the listing is basically one image to say that. So let me show you here. If I like this example, yeah, there's a preview button here that I can just see the preview bigger and click here to save image as. When I save it, I can, like I did here, I can list this listing 2. I don't know. And if this listing, I can just go to my Shopify backend, find the product that I created. In this case, the product. This is my Shopify backend, or Etsy is the same. You can come to your list, to your store, go to your particular listing, and just come here to replace the media or add new media. You can add as many images as you want, and you can create them all using the front end preview button. Right? But right here, if I want this to be my main photo, I can just swap this. If I don't want this, I can just delete this, and that's okay. And this is basically me editing any listing on Shopify or Etsy. You can replace images anytime you want. In Customily, everything will show up empty until you start customizing, but the starting image will be very important because it's like your yes, pretty much the front end of your store is what shows what you should expect of this product and their customization. But it's empty until you start typing in something and picking up options. If you want something to show up by default, you can do so in Customily. You can start with a pre-made dog and a pre-made name. That's entirely up to you. You can do that in the option file. So customers will see an example right from the beginning. So it is possible for you to customize this experience really well and really dedicate. Another question: if I'm doing round items, would you still suggest starting off with a square to design? Yes, there's no way to shape up the canvas to be round, but you can always come here and start a design, create a new design, and you can always use the dynamic image tool to upload a circle, right? I mean, nothing stops you from just having this as your guide, create everything inside here, and then just delete the guide in the first place. Right? Just to make sure that your design will be around a circle, even if the canvas is square. I do hope now you have things clearer as to how to create your products using Customily, how to upload images, and use the libraries. And remember, we have an excellent support team available to help you during your first steps and assist you with anything you need. If you need further help, don't hesitate to reach them via email, or you can open a live chat in the app during business hours. Also, you can join our Facebook communities where you can ask questions and share tips with other users of the app. And well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week with new live sessions. So, have a great weekend. See you soon.